Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the lucky ferals.
There's Hydrox. He's hanging out in the dirt by the bushes. Everything was freshly mulched this past week. And it's all natural cedar mulch. Okay, Hydrox, wanna eat dinner? Okay, I just put the plate down. It's probably like 2.5 feet away from me. And there's Hydrox. Hello, Hydrox. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been doing, Hydrox? Have you been enjoying the summer so far? Do you like the warmer weather? Do you like it when it's cold out, or do you like it when it's warm out? I bet you like it better now that it's warm out, right? You've been hunting in the woods? You've been running up and down the road? Do you visit a lot of the neighbors? Do they feed you food also? But who feeds you the best food? You know you get the best food here, right? He says the other neighbors feed him like table food, like human food. And that he likes that too. But Hydrox, you know, the food I feed you is much healthier for you. Because when they give you table food, like it's full of salt and sugars and things cats aren't really supposed to eat, you know, Hydrox? Yeah, they give you a lot of meat. But even then, you know, you don't want to eat like hot dogs and smoked meat and meat with chemicals and stuff. You want to eat the fresh stuff. I give you gourmet cat food, Hydrox. I give you like top of the line. There's no other feral cat on this planet that gets fed as well as you do in this yard. Do you know that, Hydrox? Hydrox, do you know how expensive the food is that I feed you? Do you know how high quality is, how much nutrition is in there for cats like you? Do you? You don't care? You just want to eat what tastes good? You actually like hunting best of all? Okay, Hydrox, that's your food. That's your plate of food. You can eat it. I'm not going to touch you. You can get up and eat it. You going to eat your food, Hydrox? Hydrox, are you going to eat your food? Come on. You could do it. It has jelly. Hydrox, it's turkey and jelly. It's turkey and aspic. This is gourmet. Hydrox, this is high end. You're a tuxedo boy. Hydrox is because you wear a tuxedo. You're a tuxedo cat, so you get the really, you know, the really classy food. Yeah, you gonna eat it? Tuxedo cats get very classy food, you know that. Right? Right, Hydrox? Go eat your food. You want me to move? Hydrox. You're a pretty boy, Hydrox. Come and eat your food. Come and eat your food, Hydrox. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, you want me to go in? You want me to finish getting those ants inside? Okay, the other cats are waiting to eat also. Okay, have you seen Ditto? Have you seen Ditto around? No, you haven't? Okay, Hydrox, I'm going back inside. You could eat. There's your food. You can eat it. You can eat your food, Hydrox. Go ahead, you could do it. Go ahead, do it. Okay, he doesn't want to eat anything right now, but he's only like 6 or 7 feet away from me. So, I think I'm gonna go inside. Don't forget, I haven't seen him in a while. There's Hydrox eating his food. I'm filming through the glass door, so there is a bit of a white reflection on it. It looks like he likes it. Hello, Hydrox. Eat your food. There's a good amount of moisture in that food, but I should have added some water to it. I didn't think because I'm doing other things at the same time. Okay, so I am going to let Hydrox eat that, and then I'll come back in a little while and see how empty the plate is. Okay, so I just went to take some garbage out. I just cleaned out the cat litter and I was taking it out to the garbage, and I came outside and I noticed there was a bird trapped in the greenhouse. There's a bird flying around the greenhouse, and then I look and there's a cat in the greenhouse trying to catch the bird. So when I saw a cat jumping around the greenhouse, first of all, I don't even know how they got in. They must have gotten in through the bottom here, because you could just kind of scoot in the bottom. And then I started making noise and I saw the cat run out, and it was Hydrox. There he is. There's Hydrox. He's waiting under the fence. He's waiting for me to go inside so he could try to eat that bird. Maybe he already ate it. Oh my gosh, I hope there's not a dead bird in my greenhouse. Oh my gosh. But it's not like he doesn't have any food. He has a feeder full of food. Actually, what I'm going to do is I am going to feed Hydrox, because look, there's Hydrox hanging out on the patio. I gave Hydrox part of a can of wet food. I gave him Splash's appetizer because Splash did not eat his appetizer. And I gave him part of the squeeze up that was left over. Hydrox eats all that. I could always give him more food. His fur is like all over the place, so I think he was out in the rain. Right now, I think it's about 8 p.m. I don't really know what time it is. I know it's after 7. And I was outside and I just saw Hydrox. He's kind of sitting in the bushes. So I gave him half of a can of food with a whole bunch of water. And today I filled up the big water bowl with fresh water because it's so hot out today. And Hydrox needs to keep cool. He has plenty of shady and cool resting spots, like underneath the bushes and stuff. And look, it's Hydrox. He's hanging out on the patio in the shade where it's cool. It's already over 90 degrees out. Now, I have not been outside yet. My plan is to take care of the cats and then have something to eat and then go outside and see if I could get my bike ride in. If it's too hot, I won't. But I might just try at a slow pace and bring some water with me. But we'll see. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is take care of the cats, and then I'm going to give Hydrox some food also because he's hanging out. I'm going to make sure to put a lot of water in it. All right, it is pretty hot out and it's pretty humid. It really just feels like almost like walking into an oven. So here's Hydrox's food. I gave him half a can of food from the refrigerator so it's nice and cold. And there's also a whole bunch of water in here. Give him a bunch of water. Okay, Hydrox. Okay. I don't know if you could hear him meowing, but I'm putting this down here at a nice shady spot. He's eating his food, but more importantly, he's licking up all the water. See that? You always want to make sure you put a lot of water out for feral cats, especially in their food, because a lot of times they don't want to drink water, but they need it. So when Boo, Stella, Splash and Simba, when they were living outside in the summer when it was super hot, I would put ice water out for them. Simba used to play with the ice. And I don't know how much they actually utilize the ice water, but it is a good idea to put cool water out for cats when it's really hot. One thing I do have to say is that Hydrox really looks like he needs a bath. But of course that's because he's been laying in the dirt keeping cool. The coolest place for him will be in the dirt under some kind of bushes or something like that. Right now it's 6:36 p.m. and I just happened to look out the back door and there's Hydrox hanging out near the garage. So I am going to put a plate of food together for him, and I'm going to put a lot of cool water in it. There's Hydrox. I just came outside to give him a plate of food. I put a lot of water in the food. Some of the water spilled out. Hello, Hydrox. How are you today? You're hot? I know, it's a hot day. It's a very hot day. There's his food. I'm gonna go inside and let him eat it before it gets all warm. The noise in the background is the dishwasher. It is 9 a.m. and I just got back from a 7-mile bike ride. Feels awesome. And right now it's probably like 83, 84 degrees out, so I wanted to get that in before it got really hot today. When I got back, I saw Hydrox sitting in the bushes in the back of the yard. And then he walked over to like the driveway area. So I just put out some food for him, but for some reason he's not going over to eat it. There he is. There's Hydrox. Hydrox, you could eat your food. Go ahead, you could eat it. He likes to sit by the plants. You want me to move your food over? See? I just slid his plate over and he like backed away in fear. He's definitely afraid of people. And I don't have the luxury of spending hours out here with him. I have to get my day started. I have to get to work. There he goes. He's being cautious. Now this food, this is half a can of the 4Health food. The food that I bought at Tractor Supply. And it's really cold. It's from the refrigerator. I also put some water on it. So he might want to wait until it warms up a little bit. Or he might want to eat it cold. Okay, Hydrox, come on. Okay, he just wanted me to go inside. I tried moving farther away, and like I was standing on the other side of the patio, and he still would not eat it. And then I said, okay, let me walk up the steps and stand near the back door. He still would not eat. But if I come in the door, even if I'm standing here at the door, as long as I'm inside, he'll go and eat. Which is kind of weird considering I'm the one that gives him the food. He must be really hungry because today he's going straight for the food. And he's not like drinking the water. I put a lot of water in there. Oh, now he looks like he's drinking it. There's plenty of dry food in the feeder. I don't know why he doesn't want to eat it unless he's just too thirsty. Maybe he knows it will make him even thirstier. I don't know. But there is a very large bowl of water out there. I just refilled it with fresh water. It is 8:20 p.m. right now, and I just got home, and I am giving Hydrox some food. This is half a can of food with a whole bunch of water because it was super hot out today. He went straight to that plate of food, and I hope he drinks the water. He's eating. Okay, Hydrox, you doing good? What'd you do today, Hydrox? Your fur looks better today. Did you clean yourself? You took a bath? See how nice his fur looks today? Maybe it's just the angle from how I'm looking at it. Maybe it's just the light. The sun's going down. Boo's watching from his window. Are you okay, Hydrox? Right now I'm probably standing about 4 or 5 feet away from him. He's gonna have to drink a lot of that water to get to the food. There's Hydrox. He's still eating. He drank most of the water off that plate. He must be really hungry. He did a very good job on his food. Okay, it's 9 p.m. right now, and Hydrox was looking hungry. He was hanging out in the lawn on the other side of the bushes. And I thought, well, maybe he's hanging out because he wants more food. So I took the other half of the can and I put it on a new plate with some water, and he came right out to eat it. So I'm glad I did that. Always listen to your intuition when dealing with cats and animals. Okay, so it is 9 p.m. and I have been on the go since I got up this morning at 7. I've had no time to just sit down and rest and relax. So right now I'm on like a 12-hour day. And yeah, that's what I want to do right now. I just want to go hang out and relax. Right now it's a little bit after 11 a.m. and I was actually in my car. I just turned the engine on and I was ready to pull out of the driveway when I saw Hydrox walking across the patio looking for food. So I'm giving him one of the cans of the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest. He really likes that, along with some water. And so what I've been doing is, because he has not been around like every single day, I only give him food when I see him, because I don't want to leave food out on the patio attracting ants, and now that it's summer it's attracting flies and all kinds of bugs, and I don't want to waste the food. So if I see him, I give him food, and if I don't see him, he always has the automatic feeder to eat out of. There you go, Hydrox, there's your food. Hello, Hydrox, you like your little gnome friend? You like him? Yep. How are you doing today? You okay? Are you hot? Hydrox is eating his food, and I am leaving. It is 9 a.m. and I'm making myself a pre-workout smoothie before I feed the cats. And I just looked outside and I see a cat's tail in the feeder. Look, there's a cat in the feeder. I think it's Hydrox. But I don't know. I won't know until the cat moves. There's the cat. It's Hydrox. He's on the other side of the patio chair. I'll give him some food. There's Hydrox. And that dirt is not from him. That dirt is from me yesterday. I was repotting some plants, and I need to kind of clear that off, but it was late, so I left it there for today. Hey Hydrox, you want some food? Okay, I just gave Hydrox half a can of food with a whole lot of water, and he's still sitting there. He hasn't moved. Good boy, Hydrox. Hello, Hydrox. How are you? Having a nice day? I know you don't like that noise, right? You don't like all those landscapers. They're too loud, right? Okay. I'm standing by the back door. Okay, he just went to eat his food, and I hope he drinks the water. I have to go inside and feed the other cats. There he goes, he's drinking it. It's 8 p.m. right now. I just got home, and here's Hydrox. He's hanging out in the middle of the patio. He's just chilling. I think he wants food. He's kind of hanging out near the feeder. And for some reason, this table and this feeder looks absolutely huge. Either that or Hydrox looks really tiny. That's such a weird angle on this shot. Hello, Hydrox. Are you hungry? Would you like some food? You want some dinner, Hydrox? What would you like for dinner? You want the canned food that you like? Want some of the canned food that you like? Hydrox, look at me. Hydrox, look at me. I'm talking to you. Hydrox, look at me when I talk to you, please. Hydrox, can you look at me when I talk to you? Yes, I'm talking to you. You, Hydrox. Okay, you don't want any food? No food? Yes food or no food? Yes food or no food? What do you want, Hydrox? What would you like? Hydrox looks like he's a little upset that I'm going inside. Hydrox, would you like some food or no? I was gonna go get you some food. You want me to come back out? So I'm about to feed Hydrox half of a can of the 4 Health cat food and a whole bunch of water. I mean, it's just like, there's a lot of water because it was really hot today. It was like 90 degrees. Okay, Hydrox. He didn't like it. He thinks I'm getting too close to him. See? This is the issue with feral cats. You got to be really careful. You can't be too pushy with them, and you can't try to get too close to them when they don't want you to, because they could potentially just like leave. And if you know you're in a safe area for them, you don't want to do that. You want them to stay in the safe area. So what you want to do is kind of just back off or stand still. Okay, Hydrox. I moved the food a little bit closer to the feeding table. You could eat it anytime you want to. Right now it's about 2 feet away from me. I'm not going to bother you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm the one giving you the food. Did you have a nice day, Hydrox? What did you do today, huh? You just kind of hung around? Stayed cool? Stayed cool the best you could? Yeah? Did you go hunting? Are you tired, Hydrox? I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna let him eat before it starts getting dark out. I just came inside and he walked straight over to the food, and hopefully he'll drink all that water. There is a big bowl of water in the yard, and there's also that water station, but you know how cats are. Cats could be really fussy with what they'll drink and what they won't drink. If you're feeding feral cats, it's always so important to make sure they're getting plenty of water with their food. He might even just drink that water and then leave the food. And cats can be weird like that, because if I just put a bowl of water out for him, he probably wouldn't even drink it. But if I put water with the food, then he's drinking it. I was just talking to Stella by the back door, and I heard a cat meow, and I look, it was Hydrox, and he was walking onto the patio. His tail was held way high, and right now he's meowing at me. Hey, Hydrox. I have a plate of food for him. This is one of the small cans of the Earthborn Holistic Harbor Harvest with a whole bunch of water. Here, come here. There's your food, Hydrox. You can eat your food. Go ahead, you could do it. The bowl in the automatic feeder is empty, so because it's empty and because Hydrox is meowing, it makes me think that maybe the feeder is out of food. But I need to go out and do a few things, so I'll either check that later or I'll check that tomorrow. Hydrox is eating his food. The reason why I don't want to check the automatic feeder right now is because I have to take the roof off of it and I have to open it up, and that will definitely freak Hydrox out because it's like a lot of activity, and I don't want him freaking out and running away. I'd rather him sit here and eat his food. Hello, Hydrox. How are you this morning? I heard the feeder go off this morning and there's definitely no food in it, so I came out right now and I am putting new dry food in the feeder for Hydrox. So here is the roof of the doghouse. It just comes right off, and normally for doghouses the roof is attached. Like this doghouse kit, I got it on clearance at the Christmas tree shop. It was a great price, and the roof is supposed to be attached to the bottom, but I wanted the roof to be made separate, so there's like there's some bracing in there, so I can just take the roof right off and refill the feeder. And this is what the feeder looks like. Right now there's like a little bit of bird poop there. I don't know how that got there, but oh look, there's also some bird poop in the bottom. Well, obviously birds can go in there, but I don't know how it got on there because that top is covered. It must have happened while I was changing the feeder the last time. Here is the inside of the feeder, and you can obviously see that it's empty. So I am putting a bag of dry food into the feeder, and yeah. Hydrox sat here and watched the whole thing. I put some food in the bowl for him also. I will also bring him like half a can of wet food. Hey, Hydrox. What's going on here? We have an audience. Simba and Boo are both watching. Stella was here a minute ago. Then she hissed at Boo and went downstairs. I saw that through the window. And watch what happens. Watch what happens when I ring the doorbell. Ready? Stella comes up looking what's going on. Oh, Splash is there too. They're all there. Usually they run away. Usually when I hit the doorbell, they all run. Hydrox was hanging out in the bushes, so I brought out the wet food for him. Half a can of the 4Health wet food with a whole bunch of water, so hopefully he will drink a whole bunch of the liquid. Right now he's eating some of the food. And the other day I found the lounge chair that the outside cats used to love laying on, and I put it outside. I put it here because now the greenhouse is on the other end where this used to be. So maybe Hydrox will use it, maybe not, who knows. Maybe one day I'll look out the window and see like some totally random cat laying on it. Okay, I just came outside to give Hydrox some food, and look, he's eating. I'm only standing about 4 feet away from him and he's eating. I gave him a whole bunch of water in his plate, and I probably spilled out like half of it. Uh-oh, he doesn't want me talking. Right now there is no food in the automatic feeder, so hopefully it worked. Hopefully it dispensed food. I'll know tomorrow morning when it's set to go off again. I should hear it go off. Hydrox went back to eating once I came inside. Okay, Hydrox just walked away. He left all that food there. There's Hydrox. He's laying on the rug near the greenhouse. Hello, Hydrox. That is one of those indoor-outdoor patio rugs. It's not really a rug. It's like made out of plastic or recycled plastic bottles. Hello. Hydrox, want some food? Want to eat? Do you? Want some food? There's a whole bunch of dry food in the feeder. How are you? Want some food, Hydrox? Right now I'm standing about 8 feet away from him. He's getting half a can of the 4Health wet food with a whole bunch of water. It is like cat food soup again. Hydrox, go eat your food. You could eat it. You could eat your food, Hydrox. I have to hurry up and go inside. I'm expecting a Chinese food delivery. There's Hydrox. He's laying by the bushes. I'm giving him half of a can of food with a whole bunch of water. He'll probably eat a little bit, drink some of the water, and leave the rest. Maybe the baby raccoons will be around later to eat the rest. So there's Hydrox. And I gave him his food, but he's not eating it. He's just sitting there. There's his food. I don't know why he's not eating it. Is he not eating it because it's not near him? But he's looking at me like, where's my food? Like he's waiting for his food. Hydrox, your food is out there. Meanwhile, Stella has decided that she owns the back door. Stella says, this is my back door. I just moved his food over on the patio and he ate it. So I guess for some reason he thinks he can only eat the wet food on one side of the patio. He let me get pretty close to him when I moved the food over, and he meowed at me. Look, what, now he doesn't want it? The food's not good enough for him. Come on, Hydrox, eat your food. There's Stella. Stella's hanging out by the back door. So here's what's going on with Hydrox. Hydrox told me he does not want to eat all of his food because he wants to leave some for the baby raccoons. I gave him some dry food on the patio because I thought maybe he would eat that. He told me he does not like the dry food that's in the feeder. Okay, I was just about to walk downstairs and I looked out the door and I saw the baby raccoons. It's eating the food I put out. Stella's looking out the door at the same time as I am. I was wondering why Hydrox walked away. Like Hydrox is not eating his food. All of a sudden he stopped. And then I looked and there's the baby raccoon. Again, I don't really like raccoons, but baby raccoons are so cute. I've been doing my cat chores for the day, and I took the dirty litter out to the garbage can, and I saw Hydrox sitting under the table. So I'm giving him half of a can of food, along with a whole bunch of water. There you go, Hydrox, you could eat. Go ahead, you could eat your food. You can eat it. Eat your food, Hydrox. He waited for me to go inside before he moved over to eat it. It's about 8:30 p.m. and I was just going outside to shut the greenhouse, and one of the baby raccoons just ran from the feeder. There's still a baby raccoon in the feeder. And Hydrox is walking onto the patio. Now, Hydrox had food before, so I don't know what he's doing. Stella's rubbing all up against my legs as I'm filming this. Right now it's 8:40 p.m. and both of the little babies are in the feeder right now. They're still eating. It looks like they might have eaten the food off of Hydrox's plate. They remind me so much of Splash and Simba. It is crazy. I just came outside to shut the greenhouse, and the little raccoons ran under the fence. And here's Hydrox. He's just hanging out here. I think he likes the raccoons. I think he likes hanging out with them. Hydrox, do you want some food? He had food. He didn't eat it. He didn't eat the food in the feeder either. I just put a little bit of dry food on the plate for Hydrox, and he walked over to it and he sniffed it and he walked away. It is 8:37 a.m. and Hydrox is hanging out in the bushes. I'm giving him half canned food with a whole bunch of water. He's getting some cat food soup. This is what he's getting. There's still a whole bunch of dry food in the feeder. Okay, right now it's about 7:30 p.m. I just got home and I am putting out some food for Hydrox. This is like cat food soup. For some reason I've been putting way too much water in his food lately. There is a whole bunch of dry food in the feeder, and when I got home a few minutes ago and I pulled into the driveway, Hydrox was walking from the patio onto the driveway to look at me, and it looked like he was kind of like licking his chops, so I thought he had just finished eating some of this food. There's Hydrox. He just came out of the bushes to eat some food. He waited for me to go inside. Hydrox is either really hungry or really thirsty today because he's eating a lot of his food. The past few days he's only taken a few bites and walked away, but today he's eating a lot. Hydrox is outside on the patio, and someone suggested that I try to play with a laser pointer with him, but every time in the past that I've tried to play with laser pointers with the outside cats, they did not play with them at all. They did not chase them at all. It's just a weird phenomenon where outside cats don't like laser pointers. So let's see if Hydrox reacts to it. There it is. Like, you could hardly even see it. See, that's the thing. Outside, you really can't even see a laser pointer. So even if I try to, like right now, I'm using the laser pointer near Hydrox, and he can't even see it. Like, you can't even see it. It doesn't even travel that far. Okay, so right now, this is maybe 4 feet away from the laser pointer, and as I move it farther, it's just really, a cat is never going to notice that. So unless the cat is really close, and even then, if the cat is really close, it's not really even going to notice it. Hydrox is eating his food. And let's remember that Hydrox does not rely on this patio for food. He has plenty of woods to hunt in. He has the neighbor's yard, which is like the wilderness, to hunt in. There's a lot of mice in the neighbor's woodshed. And there are other neighbors that I've seen feeding cats. So Hydrox does not only rely on food on this patio for his survival. Hello, Hydrox. How are you? It's about 7:15 p.m. right now. And I just saw Hydrox hanging out on the patio. So I thought he might like some food. Hydrox, you hungry? You want some dinner? He's getting one of the Earthborn Holistic cans, one of the Harbor Harvest cans. Hello, Hydrox. It smells really fishy. Okay, that food is maybe 2 feet away from me. It's relatively close, and there's Hydrox. The question is, will he eat his food? Hydrox, you gonna eat your food? Are you hungry, Hydrox? What are you doing, Hydrox? What's going on, Hydrox? See, the difference between Hydrox and Boo is that Boo would like actively try to communicate with me. Like, he would actively come here seeking food. And while Hydrox shows up, he just hangs out. Like, he's not actively trying to eat right now or communicate with me or anything. Right, Hydrox? You don't care, right? You don't care? You want to eat or do you don't care? You don't care? You say I don't care? Do you want to be an inside cat, Hydrox? Hydrox, you want to be an outside cat or an inside cat? Have you ever been inside? Have you ever been inside anywhere, Hydrox? Yes? I was gonna go inside, Hydrox, so you could eat, okay? You okay with that? Alright? You cool? This pot had like 2 geraniums in it, and then for some reason some mint started growing. I guess from last year somehow some mint seeds got in here, and the mint is like completely overtaking this pot, so I am going to pick some of this mint and actually use it. And while I was showing you the plant, Hydrox went over to eat his food. I'm probably about 6 feet away from him right now. Right now it's 11:30 a.m. and I've been doing the cat chores for the day. And I saw Hydrox outside. He was laying by the house in that little strip of dry dirt near the house. So we gave him half a can of wet food along with some water. And there was no dry food in the bowl of the feeder, so I'm assuming he ate it or someone else ate it. And it is a horrible day today, absolutely horrible. Right now it's about 84 degrees out, but the humidity is through the roof because it's like wet and rainy. So it's been raining at times, and it's basically supposed to rain on and off all day, but the humidity is so high. This to me is like the worst summer weather you can get, when it's just like super humid and wet at the same time. It's just a yucky day. That's the best word for it. It's just like yucky. The only thing worse than a day like this is in the winter time when it's freezing cold and raining. That's the only worst weather than this. I don't mind rain when it's a normal temperature or if it's not super humid, but when it's either like freezing cold out or super humid, that's the worst. Right now it's almost 8:30. I just came outside to see if Hydrox was around, and a little tiny raccoon head was like right in there. Not in the shelter, but like next to it. Oh my god, they're so cute. I'm gonna have to put some wet food out for, I was gonna put it out for Hydrox, but maybe the raccoons will eat it. I just came back outside. Look who's here. It's Hydrox. I'm gonna give him a plate of food. I just put the plate of food down for him. He should come back for it. He just walked away a little bit because I got a little bit too close to him. There you go. I'm going inside because there are so many bugs out. Oh, now he's not eating it? Oh, look at that. I guess he doesn't like it. This is Paul Newman, some kind of Paul Newman food. I'm just going through whatever cans I have right now. I gave Hydrox some food about 10 minutes ago, and it was raining a little bit at the time. I guess it was just a very quick passing shower because now everything looks dry again. And it looks like Hydrox ate part of the wet food, and now he's eating some of the dry food that's in the feeder. I just came outside. Look at Hydrox. He's sleeping in the grass. Oh my god, the neighbors are really yelling. The neighbors are yelling so loud they disrupted Hydrox. He's like, what is going on? Like, right now they quieted down a little bit, but I mean, just like yelling at each other on the top of their lungs. Look how beautiful this mint is growing in this pot. The only problem is that it's like taking over the geraniums. There's geraniums on this side. So what I've been doing is just like making sure that I like cut off sprigs of mint every day. So I'm sitting here doing a photo shoot with Hydrox, and there's a plate of food like literally a foot away from me, and he just meowed and started walking towards me, which is really good for Hydrox. Hydrox, you can eat your food. Go ahead, you can eat it. You want me to take more pictures of you? Is that what you want to do? You want to pose better for me? Oh, you're sitting up straight now, right? You're sitting up straight? Okay, I'll take more pictures. Hydrox is eating his food. I gave him 2 Sheba perfect portions because I found them in the closet downstairs, and they're quite old, but they're not expired yet, so that's what he got, along with a little bit of the squeeze up. Cats got squeeze up this morning also. Right now it's about 10 a.m. and I was just outside talking to Hydrox. He was just sitting on the rug that I have in front of the greenhouse. So I gave him his plate of food, and I was probably out there like 5 minutes talking to him. Then I came in because I need to get my day going. But he stayed calm the entire time. I mean, I was probably like 6 feet away from him, so I wasn't like trying to infringe on his space. But he just sat there really calm, looking at me, then looking away. And then I did the thing where you close your eyes. So basically, if you're dealing with cats and you want them to know that you're not a threat, you close your eyes. Some people do the slow blink also, but you could just close your eyes for like a few seconds, and the cats kind of get that. What can be really helpful also is like if you close your eyes for a few seconds, and as your eyes are closed, like mentally talk to the cat. That works also, but just make sure when you mentally talk to a cat, you do it in a positive way. It is 8:38 p.m. I just got home. I was supposed to be home like an hour or 2 ago, but my plans changed because the local pet store, who has been special ordering the raw food for me, did not have any in stock. Like, they had raw food in stock, but it wasn't the kind the cats like. They had no primal raw rabbit, and they had no Nature's Variety instinct medallions. So because raw food, is expensive, I did not want to waste money on food that I know the cats are not going to eat or potentially might not eat. So then I had to make a detour to another pet store that's a little bit farther away that has the raw food. The thing is, though, between the first pet store and the second pet store, I made a few other stops. So I went to Joann's because I had a 75% off coupon, but I did not buy anything. I also went to Bed Bath & Beyond because I was looking for something and I did not find it. And then I went to Home Goods, again, just to look around because I haven't been in there. I feel like I have not been in a Home Goods in months. I did not buy anything there. And then I went and got the cats their raw food. But I only got them like 2 bags, enough to last hopefully a week, because the guy that has been special ordering the food for me says he should have some food in next week. So we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, here's Hydrox. He's eating his food. I gave him some of the Nature's Variety canned cat food. That was weird. I don't know what just happened to him, but did you see that while he was eating? Like all of a sudden he opened his mouth really, really wide and then walked away. I'm wondering if he's having some kind of problems with his mouth or his teeth. I mean, I'm giving him soft food. I'm giving him pate. So there's nothing that he's crunching there. And unless he just meowed. We can't hear what's going on from in here. I don't know what he did. It looks like he's down the other side of the yard and he's grooming himself. Right now it is 7:15 p.m. and all the storms have passed and it looks like the skies have cleared and it's getting nice out again. And I've been sitting down doing paperwork. I still have a lot of paperwork to catch up on. Anyway, the cats have been kind of campaigning for dinner for the past half hour. And so I got up and I was walking around in the kitchen and then I said, let me look out the back door, see if Hydrox is around. And as I walked near the back door, Hydrox got up. I guess he was sitting on the mat near the back door. And now he's standing here. So I am going to give him some food, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a squeeze up. I'm going to put some herbs in the squeeze up, and we'll see if he'll eat them. He should like it. Okay, this is what Hydrox is getting for dinner. He's getting one of the squeeze ups. He's also getting an Iams perfect portion. It's a really, really soft pate. And he should be able to eat these, even if he's having problems with his teeth. But I don't think he is, because I'm seeing him eat out of the automatic feeder. So, yeah. I put the food down for him, and he kind of retreated into the bushes. And so right now, I'm just watching. Yeah, he's going for the squeeze up. He really likes the squeeze up. He's licking it. He should eat both of those. I mean, both of them are really good food, so you should eat them. Okay, so he heard some kind of sound, and then he ran away from the sound. There he is. Can you see his tail? He's in the bushes right now. So he didn't totally run away. He could go back and eat the rest of it. Okay, now it looks like he's moving farther into the bushes. What's going on here? Look. That's not nice. That is not nice. Okay, I came inside and Hydrox went back to eat his food. Now if Hydrox eats all that food, I'll look and see if I have another one to give to him. I don't have any more of those Iams, but I'll see what else I have. That's like very soft pate. Okay, so I came outside and I give Hydrox another squeeze up. I actually gave him an Inaba churu because I found it. And he ate the whole thing, like he loved it. And I just came out with another squeeze up for him and he walked away. So, yeah, I don't know what that's about. He seems to be hungry, but I think what I have to do now is go to PetSmart and buy him some food, like that really soft food, like maybe some Shiba Perfect portions or more of the IAMs that I was feeding him. Right now it is like 9 p.m. I just got back from PetSmart. I made it there before they closed. They closed at 9. And let me show you what I got. I got a bunch of food for Hydrox. This is all stuff I know he will eat, and I know it's super, super soft. And yeah, so I got him some of the Shiba Perfect portions, the pate and natural juices. This is the roasted turkey entree. I know he will eat these because I have been giving him some Shiba lately. I've had some leftover Shiba around, and he's been eating them. So these were 85 cents each. Now, each perfect portion is only like 1.3 ounces. So all total, this is like 2.6 ounces. So this is never really a good deal for the money, but it is what it is. So I got him these. I also got him the Shiba Perfect portions, gourmet chicken and tuna entree. Again, it's the pate. I'm just getting him the pate. I got him the Shiba Perfect portions, tender white fish and tuna entree. Again, it's pate. I got him this Shiba delicate salmon entree. Again, it's a pate. And I got him the Shiba Perfect portions, savory chicken entree. Again, in the pate. I also picked up this Iams Perfect Portion Healthy Adult Salmon Recipe pate. He has been eating these and he really likes these, so that's why I got these. These are 99 cents for a container, and again, these are 1.3 ounce, so for a total of 2.6 ounces. And I usually give him 2 of these at one time. So this one is the salmon recipe. I also got him the chicken recipe. I got him the tuna recipe, and I also picked up 2 of these healthy kitten recipes. The reason why I got the healthy kitten recipes is because I realized that in kitten formulas, they always put in extra nutrition. They put in extra nutrition for the kittens because they're growing, and they also put in extra nutrition. They say you should feed kitten food to like the mother cat and a nursing mother because they need the added nutrition also. So for a cat like Hydrox, I really think he needs extra nutrition, especially if he hasn't been eating well and if he's dealing with like any kind of teeth issues. So I think the kitten formula could be really good for him. I also picked up some of these Iams Perfect Delights. These are 3-ounce cans. This is their turkey pate in gravy, and I'm hoping what's in this can is the same as what's in those Iams Perfect portions. If it's not exactly the same, I'm hoping it's at least the same consistency, the really super soft pate, because these are cheaper. These are 75 cents for a 3-ounce can, where the other ones are 99 cents for a 2.6 ounce container. So yeah, so I got this. I got this one, the Iams Perfect Delight. This is the chicken, and I got the Iams Perfect Delight in salmon. Then, as I was walking up to the register, I saw these on a display. These are Solid Gold Holistic Delights Creamy Bisque with tuna and coconut milk. It says it's grain-free, gluten-free, holistic, all life stages cat food. And it's in this pouch, and I squeezed the pouch, and it really feels like it's just liquid. So I'm hoping it is what it says it is, which is just like a bisque, because this would be perfect for Hydrox. If it is that, if this is just like a creamy food, like a squeeze up, that would be great. Now I did look for squeeze ups. I did not see any in the entire store. And what I like about this is that I feel like the ingredients in here are healthier than the ingredients in the Shiba or the Iams. The ingredients are water sufficient for processing tuna, pea protein, coconut milk, carrot, potato, sunflower oil, dried egg, and then it goes into all of the vitamins and minerals. So there's not a whole lot of extraneous ingredients in there. It says never any meat, byproduct meal, corn, wheat, soy, or artificial preservatives added. So I got this one. This is the tuna and coconut milk. I got this one. It is chicken liver and coconut milk. Then I got 2 of these. This is chicken and coconut milk, and I got 2 because I bought one for Hydrox, and then I bought one for the inside cats to try. I'm curious to see whether they like this. And I got this one. It is the salmon and coconut milk. Another thing that I liked about these is the fact that it has coconut milk in it. Coconut milk is a healthy fat, and fats are anti-inflammatory. So if there is some kind of inflammation going on, the coconut milk can help reduce the inflammation. The other thing about coconut milk is that it is naturally antibacterial and antifungal. So that could be good for him also. We'll see how these go. I'm probably going to try one of these tomorrow. If I see him, I'm going to put the food out. I don't want to waste any of this food, so that's the only time I've been feeding him is when I see him. These Holistic Delights are 3-ounce packages, and they were $1.29 each. It is 12:20 p.m. right now. It has been raining all morning, and I just went outside to clean some stuff up, and I saw Hydrox. He's laying by the patio. So I am going to give him some food. This is the Iams Perfect Delights. This is a turkey pate. I'm going to open this can. We'll see what the texture is like. I'm looking for the really super soft pate, and we'll see if this is it. This is what it looks like. It's darker in color than I thought it would be, but it is really, really soft. So what I'm going to do, I have the empty can. I'm going to fill the empty can with water and also put a can full of water in here for him, and he should be able to eat this no problem, because there's nothing here you really have to chew. I only put about half of a can of water in there, and I also put a little bit of squeeze up on top. The cats had squeeze ups today as an appetizer, and I had a little bit left, so I put it in there. So right now I am going to take this outside to Hydrox, and we'll see if he comes over and eats it. Okay, so I'm standing here across the patio, and he does not want to come over to the plate. I am easily 8 to 10 feet away from that plate, and he does not want to approach the plate. Now, if I stood out here long enough, he might, but I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, so I'm going inside. The minute I came inside, he went straight over to the plate. He has a big tongue. Like, look how wide his tongue is. Oh my gosh. There's so many mosquitoes out right now because of the recent rain. But at least the sun is coming out, which is good, so maybe it'll dry everything up. He seems to be enjoying it. The other thing I want to mention is that I am not going to force myself onto this cat. Never force yourself onto a feral cat, especially if they have safe environments, because Hydrox is safe in my yard. Even with other animals coming in and out of the yard, he's safe in the yard. He's been in this yard longer than I've been living here. So it's good that he hangs out here, even if he doesn't interact with me much. And what I don't want to do is force myself on him and say, oh, Hydrox, I need to socialize you. You must be integrated. Because what that can do is freak him out and make him leave. In which case, he could go to places where he's not safe. The most dangerous thing for feral cats are human beings. Not all human beings are nice to animals. By far the biggest threat that faces any kind of wildlife and feral cats is humans. Humans kill more feral cats on a daily basis than anything else. Okay, Hydrox ate about half of that. That's good. So that was a full can of the Iams, which means if he only ate about half of it, maybe one of those perfect portions would have been good for him. Now, right now, there's no dry food in the feeder at all, so he could have eaten the dry food, or maybe someone else ate it. I don't know. He could have hunted something this morning. I don't know, but anyway, he ate some food. It is 1:20 p.m. Just about to go out for a little while, and the plate is empty. I don't know if Hydrox came back to eat it or a different animal, but it's gone. 7:18 p.m. I just happened to be walking by the back door and look, it's Hydrox. He's hanging out on the bottom step. I guess he's comfortable. Maybe he wants some food. Now, earlier today, I put new dry food in the feeder. The feeder was almost empty. It wasn't totally empty. But I put a whole bag of the Nature's Variety dry food in the feeder. I bought it today at PetSmart. So here's what happened. So yesterday, I went to PetSmart to buy some food for Hydrox, and I bought 2 kitten foods. It was the Iams kitten foods. And then today, because I bought those, PetSmart emailed me a coupon, and it was $10 off when you spend $30. So I said, oh, that's a good deal. That's pretty much like, 33% off. So I went back to PetSmart today, and I figured, let me pick up some cat litter so I have it for the next time I change the litter. They only had 1 box of the stuff that I used. So I ended up looking around, and I got a toy that was on clearance for half price, and then I picked up another bag of dry food for the feeder because I could always use that also. So I got a good deal, and then when I came home, I put the food right into the feeder, and it was good that I did that because the feeder was just about empty. Hello, Hydrox. I just tapped on the window and called his name, and he turned around. Are you hungry, Hydrox? Would you like some food, Hydrox? Okay, I am giving Hydrox the Iams kitten formula. This is the perfect portions. He's getting 2 of the perfect portions, and he should eat them. He moved back toward the bushes. There's Hydrox. And there he is, he's eating his food. I walked to the other side of the patio to shut the greenhouse for the night. And he walked over to the plate to eat. There's so much noise right now. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I don't know what's going on. There's just like a lot of noise out here today. It is 8:10 p.m. I just got home like maybe 5 minutes ago. And I was outside putting some stuff away, and I saw Hydrox hanging out near the patio. He was just hanging out. So I put together some food for him and some of the really soft pate along with some herbs in it. And I was out there talking to him for a few minutes. And I am all bit up by bugs. Like, I literally saw the mosquito on my arm before I slapped it. And both of my legs and both of my arms are so itchy right now. Thankfully, what happens is, like, right now I'll feel the bites and I'll be itchy from them. But they go away really fast. It's the weird thing. Like, in a few hours I won't even feel them anymore. and by tomorrow they should be gone. So thankfully they don't cause me a lot of discomfort for a long time. Now lately with Hydrox, like I'll give him one of the perfect portions and he doesn't even eat the whole thing. He eats part of it and then he runs away. So we'll see what happens with this. Like, if he wanted more food, he could easily just hang out on the patio until I give him more food. If he doesn't want more food, then he walks away. Right now it's 7:30 p.m. I just got home and Hydrox was like laying on the walkway to the patio. And as I walked to the back door, he moved over here. Hydrox, you want some food? You ready to eat, Hydrox? This is kind of like his feeding area, so I think he wants me to bring him out some food. Look at this, he's just hanging out. This is what I'm giving Hydrox for dinner. He's getting one of the Iams perfect portions. And I put just a little bit of water in there. And I also give him herbs. He's getting parasite drops. He's also getting heal all drops. So he's getting healing drops and parasite drops. And he has been getting those for several days now. Right? You feel okay, Hydrox? Hydrox, eat your food, okay? Here. I'm really close to him right now. I'm like 4 feet away. Come here, Hydrox. Eat your food. You could eat it. I just took 2 steps back. I took 2 more steps back. He looks like maybe he's gonna approach. Yeah. So right now I'm probably 6 feet away from him. Hydrox ate most of his food, so I am going to give him another one of the perfect portions. This is what they look like. There's Hydrox. He's waiting for me to go inside before he comes over and eat more food. It is 6:26 p.m. right now, and I just went outside to give Hydrox some food, and he was eating dry food out of the feeder. And when I went to put the food out there, of course, he walked away from the feeder. He walked more toward the house, like if you remember where Boo's apartment was under the house. He walked in that direction. And as he did that, like, he's just soaking wet. Like, he's all wet right now. Which, you know, he has plenty of shelters to go in. He could hang out under the house. There's 2 shelters under the house. There's the doghouse shelter next to the greenhouse on the patio. There's another shelter next to the driveway. So there's various shelters, and there he is. He was hanging out on this side of the house. There's a dry strip under the overhang. So he should go eat his food. Unless he likes water. Maybe he likes water. He's been living outside long enough to know where he can go, like when it's raining and stuff, to stay dry. And right now, in the distance, I could see that the sky is clearing, finally. So that's good. Okay, Hydrox, you could go eat. Go eat your food. Right now, it is about 7:05 p.m. And it finally stopped raining. And I gave Hydrox some more food. I gave him one of the Iams perfect portions. Originally, in that bowl under their table, I gave him some leftover raw food from breakfast that the cats didn't eat. But I'm not sure if he really likes it. And I know he really likes this. So I gave him some of this. I also put some herbs in it. So there's some anti-parasite herbs in here. And there's some just general healing herbs in here. It got really cool out right now. It's not even 70 degrees. This is the first time in weeks that it's in the 60s. If he eats all that, I could give him more, but I think that's a good amount of food for him. He was eating some of the dry food out of the feeder. And he did eat a little bit of the raw food. Hydrox just told me he wanted more food, so I gave him another perfect portion. And I moved it over here so he could eat it here. You see, he waited for me to take a few steps back. You should eat that. The cats are watching from the door. This is the same very soft pate, so there's really not a whole lot of chewing that needs to be done with it. If he eats all of that, I might give him another one. Now with Hydrox, the way that I give him herbs is I just put the drops right on his food. Yeah, look, he ate that whole thing. Alright, I'm gonna go in and get him his third. I was just outside for a half hour, and I thought I heard a cat meowing when I was outside, but I could not find a cat anywhere. And so I just came inside and I said, let me put some food out for Hydrox. So I gave him one of the Iams Perfect Portions with herbs in it. So he's getting anti-parasite herbs and he's getting general heal all herbs. And I came inside and I was like, Hydrox, where are you? And I banged on the door a few times. And he came over from, I guess, the driveway area. So if he eats all that, I'll give him more. Meanwhile, the inside cats are looking for their breakfast too. It is like 7:15 p.m. right now, and I was just going outside. And there's Hydrox. He's eating that food that I just put out for him, and the other food is there from breakfast, and for some reason he's not eating that breakfast food, which is the Iams pate, and he should like that. He's been eating it. So that was weird. I guess for some reason he doesn't like that food, or maybe it's just like a bad container of it. I don't know. but I think I have more food in that pouch. Right now it's 7:45 p.m. and I was just about to shut the back door, but I looked out and look, it's Hydrox. He's eating the food that I put out for breakfast, which is the Iams salmon pate. So it looks like Hydrox is hungry. This morning, about 6 a.m., I was laying in bed, like I was up, but I wasn't out of bed yet. I had just gotten up, and Stella was laying on the end of my bed. And we both heard a vicious cat fight. Like, it was really fast. It did not go on for very long. I would say it only went on for maybe 3 seconds, but it sounded really vicious. So as soon as I heard it, the first thing I thought was, oh no, some of the cats must be in the basement, because it really sounded like it was in a distance. And I thought, oh, the cats must be in the basement. And I did not have the monitor on because they haven't been hanging out in the basement lately. So right away, I yelled at them to stop fighting. So I got out of bed to see what was going on, and I noticed that all 3 of the other cats, meaning Boo, Splash, and Simba, were all in the living room, but they were not fighting at all. Like, they were all still kind of sleeping and very sleepy. So I knew it had to be some of the cats outside, but I didn't know which ones. So I went outside and I looked around. I did not see any cats in my yard at all. So I don't know who that was. I don't know if it was Hydrox. I don't know if it was other cats, but it definitely sounded like cats. It sounded like 2 cats fighting. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I know it was cats because it even scared Stella. Like, Stella was like, what was going on? But Hydrox has a very good appetite. And he looks okay. To me, he looks really good. And I know there's been some talk about Hydrox's fur, that he's looking a bit scruffy. And the reason why he's looking scruffy is because of this weather. You know, he's been out in the rain. Not all the time. It's not like he's sitting out in the rain, but it's been raining so much that he does spend some parts of the time outside in the rain, or he does get wet, and that will definitely make a cat's fur look scruffy. And even if they groom themselves like once or twice, it will take them several times or several days of grooming for them to start looking unscruffy again. It is 8:05 a.m. I was just outside, and I guess Hydrox saw me, so he came over to the patio, and he's been sitting here looking at the back door. So I think he wants some food, so I am going to put some food out for him. Right now it is drizzling. It's very slightly raining. Hydrox is getting one of the Sheba perfect portions. I think this is like whitefish, and I also put some herbs in here for him. Hello. Hello. Want some food? Here you go. Here you go, Hydrox. If you eat all that, I could bring you some more, okay? There is dry food in the feeder, so there is food for him to eat. Here's Hydrox. Hydrox ate all of his food. I'm gonna give him some more. Hydrox, want more food? Hydrox, would you like some more food? Okay, I'll give you some more. It is 10 a.m. and I just got back from a quick walk, and I'm realizing maybe I should take a camera with me when I go for a walk or a bike ride, because I always tend to see Hydrox or some of the other neighborhood feral cats. Hydrox is laying in the lawn right now, and I'm going to give him some breakfast. This is one of the Sheba perfect portions. I'll put it out for him. I don't know if he's hungry or not, but just in case, I am putting it here on the patio where he likes to eat. Here's Hydrox. He's in the yard. and this grass is completely overgrown because it needs to be cut. Like, it has just been raining pretty much every day for like a week, and it just hasn't been good weather to mow the lawn, and the landscapers have not been showing up. So there's Hydrox. Maybe he enjoys it. Hello, Hydrox. I'm actually standing fairly close to him right now. I'm probably only like 4 or 5 feet away. Hello, Hydrox. How are you? He's meowing at me. You gonna go eat? You gonna go eat some food? I just came inside, so he should go eat something. There's Hydrox. He did not eat his food. I wonder why. What's he looking at? You looking at another cat? Hey, Hydrox. What are you doing? Your food's over there. Your food's over there. I just looked out the window. I'm pretty sure that's Hydrox. Or is it Ditto? Is it Hydrox? Or is it Ditto? Yeah, that's Hydrox. Hydrox is looking in very good shape right now. He's coming back from the woods. He must have been out hunting. Here's Hydrox. He's hanging out on the patio. I just went to my car and he was hanging out on the driveway and he didn't run away. So instead of going to my car, I went inside and I got him some food. Right now he's getting one of the Iam's Perfect Portions chicken pate, and he's getting some herbs in that. I just came inside and he walked over to eat. So if he eats that, then I will give him some more. There's still a bowl there from earlier today when I put some food out, which he really didn't eat, but there was a bunch of ants eating it. So I put some of the ant bait on the patio near the bowl. I didn't want to put ant bait in the bowl in case Hydrox ate it. So I put it kind of in the crack in the patio so the ants could get to it. So hopefully that'll take care of more ants. I've definitely seen a difference in the amount of ants since I've been using the ant bait. I mean, there's definitely been a lot less ants. And the problem is that it's been really, really rainy, so I haven't been really able to use it because if I put it out, it would just get washed away in the rain. So hopefully this coming week will be dry and I'll be able to use more of it. Right now it's 6:15 p.m. and I was just going outside because I just scooped out all the litter. And look, Hydrox is sitting next to the feeder. He's like waiting to be fed. I have never seen him do this before, like ever. Hydrox is getting one of the Iam's Perfect Portions. This is the salmon flavor. I put his herbs in it and I gave him some of the bench and field treats. The bench and field treats are really kind of like vitamins for cats because they're full of vitamins and minerals, and the only thing I did not put in was some extra water. So yeah, I'll give this to Hydrox now. There you go, Hydrox. You can eat your food. Eat your food, Hydrox. Hydrox just went over to eat his food. And if he eats that, I will give him another perfect portion. Okay, he's eating the bench and field treat. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when he eats, he does favor the right side of his mouth. So I don't know if he has an issue with the left side of his mouth, but he does eat. He eats well. It's about 11:30 a.m. right now. I'm just about to go to Lowe's. And here's Hydrox. He was hanging out on the driveway, but then when I opened the car door, He ran into the bushes. Hey, Hydrox. Hydrox, you want to come with me? You want to go for a ride? Come on, we'll go in the car. Come on, let's go. You want to come in? I'll open the back. Come on, Hydrox, you could come. I have no idea what time it is right now, but it's starting to get dark, so I want to say it's about 8 o'clock. And I just got home and I looked out the back and here's Hydrox just like lounging in the yard. And it looks much brighter on the camera because the exposure is pumped, but it's darker than what you guys see. I am giving him one of the Iams Perfect portions with a bunch of water around it, and this is the salmon flavor, which he has not been eating much of lately, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm giving him. Hydrox is getting a little bit braver around me, like he didn't even move. I walked over here to the greenhouse to shut it, because every night I shut it to try to keep the critters out. And yeah, he's still just lounging around. Maybe he had some catnip. I moved the catnip out of the greenhouse and I put it by the patio. Either that or he's just really comfortable. Maybe he found a cool spot. Today it was like 95 degrees. It was between 95 and 100. Even right now it is really hot and really humid. This is the catnip plant that I bought back in April. I think it was April. It was the end of April. There was just a massive cat fight here between Stella and Boo, and they were swatting at each other. I've never seen cats move their arms that fast. It was ridiculous. But thankfully they don't really get close enough to each other to do any real damage. They kind of swat at each other from a distance. It's actually kind of funny. But I don't want to encourage that behavior. Anyway, what I was saying about the catnip is this is the catnip plant that I bought. I think it was back in April, like the end of April, and it was much smaller than it is now, and it's been in the greenhouse since then for about 4 months. It's been growing really, really good for about 4 months, and I don't know if it's coming to the end of its life cycle right now, or if maybe it just wasn't getting enough water in the greenhouse, because like this big area is starting to dry out. So I took it out and I thought maybe it would like some sun. Now it is it's blooming, so I took it out of the greenhouse and I just put it here just to see what would happen and to see if Hydrox would go for it. It does not look like anyone's been eating the leaves or anything, so that's good. There's Hydrox. He's still just hanging out over there. I'm sorry if it's blurry. There's a really, really nice breeze right now. Maybe he's enjoying it. I have to go inside because I'm starting to get bit up by insects. It is 7:30 a.m. and I just spent a half hour sitting outside soaking up some early morning sun rays. And as I was sitting on the patio, Hydrox came by, and he normally comes running in this way in very fine form and high spirits, and that's what he did today. He stopped when he saw me, but he kept going, and he walked all the way over to this part of the patio. And see this toy? He actually stopped for a minute to sniff at the toy, and it made me wonder if he's been playing with the toys. I don't know if he's been playing with the toys, if other animals have been moving them, or they've just been blown around by the landscapers, but I thought that was interesting. It was the first time I ever saw him have any interest in a cat toy. Then he went over to this water station, stuck his head in, and he drank for a long time, which makes sense because yesterday was like 95 degrees and today's supposed to be like 95 degrees also. So what that means to me is that I did not think anyone was drinking out of this. The water's been pretty yucky in there lately. I did refill it yesterday, but now I have to remember to refill it, and in addition, I want to go get another one of these white plastic tubs to put in there, or maybe even swap it out with stainless steel for better water quality. Now, after he drank out of this water station, he made his way over to this water bowl, and he drank from this water bowl. And as you can see, this water bowl is kind of dirty also. Do you see all the raccoon prints on the bottom? See the raccoon handprints? So Hydrox drank out of this water also. I mean, for a feral cat, I'm sure it's some of the cleaner water he has available. Then after he drank his water, he walked away. He did not even eat any of the food that was dispensed by the feeder. There's still a whole bunch of dry food that was just dispensed. And Stella hung out here by the door. She watched everything. When I go outside, she sits here by the door and she watches everything. And Boo sits right here. He watches from here, and Stella watches from there. So what I now know from today's experience is that Hydrox likes to drink his water in the morning. Anyway, there's Hydrox. He's laying on the side of the house. I guess it's cool there for him. "7:45 p.m. The sky is amazing tonight. It's all pink and blue. Like, it seriously looks like cotton candy. It is so cool. So tomorrow should be a good day weather-wise. Remember, red sky at night, sailor's delight." It is 5:05 p.m. right now. I got home about 10 or 15 minutes ago. I was away for the past 48 hours. It was actually more than 48 hours. I don't know, maybe like 52 hours. So I've been gone for about 2 days, a little bit more than 2 days. And I just got back, and the car's been unloaded, and the cats have fresh water. The litter boxes have been scooped out. The next thing I need to do is clean out their automatic feeders and turn them off. And Hydrox just showed up. He's here, hanging out on the patio. When I walked outside, he was meowing at me. He did not run away. I was actually shocked that I was able to walk past him, and instead of running away, he only moved his location on the patio. So since he's out there right now, what I'm going to do is put a plate of food together for him. Then I'm going to go outside and going to put fresh water in his water bowls. And it's been really hot the past 2 days. Not in the 90s, it's been in the 80s, but it's hot enough. So this is what Hydrox is getting. He's getting half of one of the large cans of the Instinct salmon. I think it's Sherlock salmon recipe. There's water, and then I give him some bench and field treats. Bench and field treats are like vitamins for cats. So here he is. Hear him? He's meowing. Hello, Hydrox. Here, come here. So I want to feed him here because I want to put new water in the water bowls. So even though he walked over to the other side of the feeder, I'm putting his food here. I just refilled the water bowl with fresh water, and Hydrox went over to the plate of food, and he's eating the plate of food. And it looks like Hydrox ate all of his food and was satisfied with it because he appears to have walked away. It is 7:30 p.m. right now, and I just got home. And Hydrox was on the patio. It looked like he was sleeping on one of the patio chairs. And then when I came outside, he jumped off. I came outside to close up the greenhouse for the night so the critters don't get in. And Hydrox is hanging out by the bushes right now. I'm just about to give him some food. I'm really zoomed in right now, so if the camera is shaky, that is why. He's just about to get half of a can of the Nature's Variety Sherlock's salmon recipe with a few other bench and field treats. I like those. They're very, very high in vitamins and minerals. And so yeah, this is what Hydrox is gonna get. I just put it down on the patio a few feet away from him. There he is right now, he's in the bushes. And I feel like lately he has not been as afraid of me as he has in the past. Like he just kind of hangs out a little bit more. I mean, he's nowhere near wanting to interact with me at all, but maybe he's contemplating it. Hydrox, you can eat your food. Hydrox, go eat your food. I'm gonna take a few steps back, see what happens. I just took 3 steps back. He's looking at the food. He's deciding if he wants to get up or if he wants to wait for me to move again. Hydrox, you gonna get up and eat the food? You're gonna do it? You could do it. Come on, Hydrox, you could do it. You can get up and eat. You can do it, Hydrox. You can get up and eat. It's really hot out right now. It's still like 85 degrees and humid, and it's 7:30 p.m. And I hate that it gets dark so early now. Like, by 8, it'll be much darker. I hate that. Is he gonna get up? Is he gonna get up and eat? Alright, I'll go inside. The minute I came inside, he walked over to the plate to eat. And I'm sorry, it's hard to see him through those trellises. But he's eating his food now. And this morning, I filled up all of the water bowls with fresh water. And at least the water usually stays cooler than the air temperature, so that's good. It's 2 p.m. right now. I just got home. And there's Hydrox. He's hanging out on the patio chair. This morning it was raining, so I did not put any food out for him. But now it's not raining, so I think what I'm going to do is go inside, get some food, and then bring it out here and prepare it out here for him. Because right now there's a live stream going on inside. And if I start making food for Hydrox, the cats are gonna get up. So I want to keep them in front of the camera. So, yeah. Just gave Hydrox half of a can of this Pride by Instinct Sherlock salmon recipe. He's still just sitting on the chair, which is surprising to me because a lot of times he'll just like jump off and run away, but I don't know. Maybe he's getting used to me. Want some food, Hydrox? Hydrox, want some food? I'm putting his food underneath this feeding table just in case it starts to rain because it's gray and it's just that kind of day. Hello, Hydrox. How are you, Hydrox? I just looked outside and there's Hydrox. He was looking in the doghouse shelter. I don't know if he's been staying in there or what, but he came running over from the driveway. And today has just been wet and rainy. For some reason, this part of the patio is dry, which I'm assuming it's because there's trees above it. Whereas over here, like this whole part of the patio is wet. The rest of the patio is wet, and this part of the patio is dry. It's just really weird, but the only explanation for that would be the trees. Okay, Hydrox, I'm gonna bring you some food, okay? I just came outside to give Hydrox some food. Do you hear him meowing? He's getting half of a can of the Nature's Variety chicken pate, and he's getting some veggie field treats. He's getting part of a squeeze up, what's left. He's getting his herbs. And I put this tablecloth on the table the other day because I was sitting out here and working on my computer, and I didn't realize that it's a really good thing for me to do that because this new table is made with slats. Like, it's not a solid table, so it doesn't block rain from going underneath it, but with the tablecloth on, it does. So you could see that it stays dry under here. You see Hydrox is already sitting under here. And that is where I always used to put the food for the cats when it was raining out. And look, there's Hydrox. He's only like a foot away from me. Now, I don't know why he's crying because there is dry food in the feeder, but I am like absolutely shocked at how close he is to me right now. Guys, I could like literally reach out and touch him. I won't do it. But I don't think I've ever been this close to him. Right, Hydrox? Right? Meanwhile, I'm getting rained on. But it's a light rain. But it's a cold rain. Okay, you could eat your food, Hydrox. Eat your food. Eat your food. I'll go inside. I just came outside to give Hydrox some food, and I'm really starting to wonder if he's using that doghouse shelter because he's often sitting by it. And look how that part of the patio is still dry. I mean, it's been raining for a while now, and how is that part of the patio still dry? Like, it's totally amazing me. I'm giving Hydrox half of a can of the Pride by Instinct Sherlock salmon recipe. He's also getting some of the freeze-dried rabbit on top, and he's getting his herbs, and I'm putting this under the table. And he should eat it under the table and stay dry while he's eating it. Now I can't film him eating it because the tablecloth is blocking it, and from this angle I can't really see. But if we look from up here, yes, he is under the table. He's eating the food because I see his tail. Between the chairs and the tablecloth, you see the movement? His tail's there. So, good boy, Hydrox. And he should like that. It's the first time he's getting the freeze-dried rabbit, and he's getting those herbs, and they should be good for him. It's 6:30 p.m., and it has pretty much been raining all day. Not a heavy rain, just like a light rain. And I just went outside and I gave Hydrox another plate of food underneath the patio table. And it's wetter under there than it was before, and the part of the patio that was dry before is now wet. But there was a little bit of food left from breakfast, but let me show you where Hydrox is right now. Do you see Hydrox? He's right next to the house. There's a dry strip of ground next to the house, and that's where Hydrox is hanging out. It is 10:43 a.m. right now, and I'm just about to go outside to give Hydrox some food. It has been raining pretty much all night. It's going to rain like all day. And there are paper plates like all over the patio because I've just been feeding Hydrox on paper plates under the patio table. And I don't know if the raccoons have been moving them or what, but I need to clean those up too. So I'm going to grab an umbrella and go outside and do that. And I'm also going to give Hydrox some food. This is what he's getting. He's getting half of a can of the Instinct salmon. This is Sherlock salmon recipe. He's getting herbs in there for his gums and for his immune system. And he's also getting some bench and field treats. I just came back outside and I wanted to show you what's going on with Hydrox. So here's Hydrox right now. He's hanging out on the side of the house. You can see how there's still a dry strip of dirt. And it's pretty amazing that that stays dry because it's not much of an overhang at all. And it has been raining. I mean, this is like the second consecutive day. I want to say we're going on like 48 hours of rain. And this is the feral cat apartment underneath the house. Now that definitely stays dry also. The edge of that carpet might get a little bit wet, but the rest of that definitely stays dry. The shelters stay dry, so he could be hanging out in any of the shelters. That's where I put the food for him so he could eat it and stay dry also. The patio's wet because the rain runs down the patio. It's not perfectly flat, but he is sheltered from the falling rain when he's under there. There is a tablecloth on top of it. And look at this rose of Sharon, this hibiscus. It is just covered in flowers. I've never seen so many flowers on this before. Right now there's no dry food in the automatic feeder. I don't know if that is because Hydrox ate it or because it ran out of dry food, so I'll have to check once the weather gets better. Oh my god, it just happened again. So I'm inside and I look out the window and I see Hydrox in the back of the yard. And I go, oh my gosh, I should bring some food out for Hydrox. So I just put this plate of food together. It's half a can of food with some bench and field treats and his herbs. But I just walked out the door and there's Hydrox. Hydrox is here. He was not in the back of the yard. So when I walked out the door and I saw Hydrox here, I looked in the back of the yard and I saw the other cat scurry under the fence. It had to be Ditto. I'm like in a twilight zone right now. Hydrox, want some food? Want some food? I gave Hydrox his food under this feeding table because it's not raining right now, so that should be good for him. There he goes. He's eating his food. I hope he eats it because there are herbs in there for his mouth and his gums and his immune system. Hydrox is most likely FIV positive also. Did you see how he turned around when he heard his name? He is most likely FIV positive also. If Boo is, chances are very, very good that Hydrox is. He's crunching on the bench and field treats. That's good. Well, we know he has teeth left to crunch on foods with. Right now it is after 7 p.m. and I just came outside. I'm gonna give Hydrox some food. He's getting half of a can of the Nature's Variety chicken pate. Do you hear him meowing? Hydrox, want some food? Want some dinner? You want to eat? No, he had breakfast. I gave him breakfast. Okay. I just put the food down a few feet in front of me. And there's Hydrox. I would say he's about 7 feet away from me. Hydrox, you could eat. You could eat your food. Go ahead, eat. Go eat your food. There is plenty of dry food in the feeder. And see what happened? I just walked over to the feeder and Hydrox came over to the plate of food and now he's eating. It is 9:30 a.m. and I just came outside to give Hydrox some food. The paper plate is still there from dinner last night. I have not removed any of the paper plates from yesterday yet. He's getting a half of a can of the Nature's Variety chicken pate and he's waiting in the corner. He just walked across the patio. Hello Hydrox, would you like to eat some food? Right now I'm actually kind of shocked that he hasn't run away. I'm really pretty close to him right now. The camera is barely zoomed in. Hello Hydrox, how are you? There's his food. There's Hydrox. And there still is dry food in the automatic feeder. Look at this mess in the water station. There's so much crud in that water. Right now it's about 7:15 p.m. and I just got home. And it's raining. It's been lightly raining all day. And I just saw Hydrox. He was in the bushes. And then he came over to this patio chair and he jumped on the patio chair. You can still see his paw prints on it. Then he jumped down from the patio chair. And there he is. He's waiting underneath the table for his dinner. So I am going to feed him under there because it's still raining. And yeah, it's weird. It's almost like Hydrox is starting to interact with me more in his still very distant way. Hello, Hydrox. That's his bowl from breakfast. I just put his plate under the table and there he is. Just sitting there. I'm going to put the old bowl in the garbage and when I come back he'll probably be eating. Nah, he's still just sitting there. He's just hanging out. Okay, Hydrox, you could eat. Eat your food, Hydrox. So Hydrox is getting half of a can of the Nature's Variety. I think this is the chicken pate. He's getting some veggie field treats, he's getting some herbs, and he's getting some water. And I'm gonna feed him under the table. It's not raining right now, but just in case it starts raining today. And there he is. He's hanging out on the side of the patio. That hose needs to be put away. The extension cord needs to be put away. Hello, Hydrox. You can eat your food. You can eat your food, Hydrox. He wants to go eat the food, but I'm standing here, so he's a little concerned. But he looks pretty relaxed. I mean, that's a relaxed cat considering I'm only standing. I'm probably like 7 or 8 feet away from him. Hydrox, go eat your food. Go eat your food, Hydrox. You don't want to eat? You want me to go inside? Okay, I'll go inside. I'll go inside, Hydrox. Hello, Simba. Let me in. Let me in, Simba. Let's ring the doorbell. Ready? Who is it, Simba? It is 6:36 p.m. I just got home and look who's hanging out on the patio chair. It's Hydrox. I walked all the way across the patio and he did not move. I'm wondering if he's gonna move now. Like, he's just hanging. Hey, Hydrox. He seems to be more comfortable around me. And that is his breakfast. It looks like he did not even touch his breakfast, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. Hydrox, you want some dinner? Unless he just didn't like it. Hydrox, you want some dinner? Want to eat some dinner? The automatic feeder is full of food. Okay, so he just jumped down off of the chair because I was walking toward the chair. Hydrox, you want something to eat? You want some food? I think this is like the driest the backyard has been in like days. Okay, I just gave Hydrox some dinner. He's getting half of a can of the Champs chicken formula, the Nature's Variety Instinct chicken pate, and he's getting some herbs and he's getting some bench and field treats. It's 11:30 p.m. right now, and I just looked outside and Hydrox is sleeping on the patio chair. Do you see him? Do you see Hydrox? I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, he's sleeping on the patio chair. Look at Hydrox. Look, he didn't run away. He's not scared. He's all stretched out. He's so happy that it's not raining right now, and that things are kind of drying out a little bit, right, Hydrox? Hydrox, did you eat your breakfast? Hydrox, I gave you food before. Did you eat it? Did you eat it? Hydrox, did you eat your food? How you doing? You okay? You sleepy? You just want to hang out there? You could hang out there. And there is the food I gave him. It looks like he did not eat it at all, and if he did, he barely touched it. There's still plenty of dry food in the feeder. Well, that makes me think that either Hydrox has had some very successful hunts this morning, or he's finding food somewhere else. Okay, so I have been in and out of the back door several times now, and Hydrox has not run away. He hasn't really moved at all. I mean, he's just still hanging out here. I think he's too comfortable. He probably has a warm spot, because I know that area stays warm, but it's not like it's cold out, so maybe he's just comfortable. Hello, Hydrox. How are you, Hydrox? Okay, I'll leave you alone. You a good boy? Why didn't you eat any breakfast, Hydrox? You're not hungry? Okay. Alright, you hang out there. I'll see you later. It is 10:30 p.m. right now, and I saw the motion detector light go on outside on the patio, and I was like, oh, I wonder who that is. And I look outside, and Hydrox is sitting by the greenhouse, and he's looking out the window. So when I was looking outside, he was kind of looking at me. So I'm going to put some food together for him because I got back late, and it was already after dark, and I did not give him dinner. Now, he had plenty of dinner to eat out of the feeder, but just in case he wants some other dinner, I'm giving him half of a can. I just came out to give Hydrox the food, and there was a skunk eating out of the feeder. Oh my gosh, and then the skunk ran past Hydrox to the back of the yard. Hydrox, here's your food. Can you see him in the distance? He's sitting by the greenhouse, so I'm gonna put this over here Hydrox. I'm putting Hydrox's food out here. Hydrox, go eat your food, okay? So there's Hydrox's food. Now it could be that he's not hungry, and it could be that he doesn't want to eat. It could be that he just wants to hang out on the patio because he saw that I was home. Or it could be that he's hanging out with some of his wildlife friends. I don't know what the situation is, but he has food. It's 10:20 a.m. I just came outside and walked over to the driveway, and I want to show you what I saw. Do you see something in the bush? Do you see something in the bush? Look a little closer. Do you see it now? It's Hydrox. Hydrox is in the bush. I think this is like a little nest for him. Let me zoom out. And of course the lighting changes. See? You see him? This is like a little hidey hole for him. Hey Hydrox! What shocked me is that he hasn't moved. Like, I'm pretty close to him. When I walked past him, like I was really close to him. Hello. It's okay. Come here. I just came outside to give Hydrox some food, and there he is. He's waiting. I'm giving him half of a can of the Nature's Variety chicken pate, along with some herbs and some bench and field treats. Eat your food, Hydrox. I just came inside, and there's Hydrox. He went to eat. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.